My child, this is my final message to you. Listen to me now, for these words are not coming from a man, not from a screen, not from chance. They are coming directly from me, Jesus, your Lord, your Creator, your Redeemer. I am speaking to you at this very moment because heaven has declared an emergency over your life. Time is running out, and the window I have opened for you is closing faster than you realize. Do not ignore this voice. Do not delay. For 2 minutes, I am asking you to stop everything and give me your full attention. These 2 minutes are holy, they are divine, and they will decide whether you step into the future I have prepared for you or lose the very blessings I have been holding back for this moment. I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to you. Yes, you, the one whose heart is trembling as you read these words, the one who feels this strange pull inside, the one who has been crying silently, asking me for a sign. This is your sign. This is your answer. This is your rescue. You have wondered if I still hear you, if I still see you, if I still care. I am here now to tell you that I have heard every cry, I have seen every tear, and I have counted every sleepless night. But now, I must speak plainly, because this is not a gentle reminder, it is a divine emergency. Obey these words now, my child, or you will lose what I have been trying to give you. I have waited, I have whispered, I have sent signs in small ways, but you ignored them. You thought you had more time. You believed the delay would not matter. But the time of delay is over. Heaven has sounded the alarm, and I am speaking for the last time before certain doors close forever. You stand on the edge of something eternal. You do not see it, but I do. I see the blessing waiting to be released, the promise about to manifest, the purpose that is trembling at the threshold. But if you hesitate, if you scroll away, if you let distraction pull you from this word, it will vanish. You think this is just another message, another voice among many, but this one is different. It carries the breath of heaven. My spirit is moving through these very words right now, calling your heart, shaking your soul, because I love you too much to stay silent any longer. My beloved, I am not warning you to frighten you, I am pleading to awaken you. I have seen what the enemy has planned against you. I have seen how he has surrounded your mind with confusion, fear, and doubt. He has whispered lies to make you believe that you can wait, that nothing urgent is happening. But he is lying. He knows this message is your turning point, and he will do anything to distract you from it. So I speak with the authority of heaven. Do not move. Do not look away. Do not let another thought steal this moment. The next 2 minutes are not ordinary time, they are sacred. The angels are watching. Heaven is silent. The universe itself holds its breath, because the decision you make right now will shape everything that comes after. Will you listen? Will you obey? Will you trust me long enough to hear what I am saying? My voice breaks through the noise of the world like thunder, yet it carries tenderness deeper than any human comfort. I am not angry with you, my child. I am desperate for you to listen. The moment you decide to obey, everything begins to change. The very chains that held you bound will start to break. The fears that have controlled your nights will begin to fade. The confusion that clouded your mind will lift like fog before the morning sun. But you must stay. You must listen. You must obey now. You say, Lord, why so urgent? Why now? Because the window is closing. There are blessings written in heaven with your name on them, but they are waiting for your obedience. There are miracles I prepared that cannot be released until you take this moment seriously. There are doors that will shut forever if you let this word pass. My heart breaks to say this, but I have seen too many turn away at the moment of breakthrough. Too many walk away just before the miracle was born. I do not want that to be your story. I am not far away. I am standing beside you even now. My presence is surrounding you. My spirit is stirring within you. You can feel it, that trembling in your chest, that warmth in your spirit. It is me confirming that this is real. My final message is not meant to condemn you, but to call you home. You have wandered long enough. You have fought battles that were never yours to fight. You have tried to do things your own way and ended up weary, drained, and lost. I am saying to you now, stop. Let me take over. Obey my words for these 2 minutes, and you will see what only I can do. Do not let fear deceive you into silence. Do not let pride convince you that this is not for you. I know you. I know your struggles, your hidden sins, your regrets, your heartbreaks. Still, I call you mine. Still, I am speaking to you. This is mercy calling out before judgment, love calling out before loss. You have asked me to show you a sign that I have not forgotten you. This is that sign. The fact that you are hearing this right now is proof that heaven is not finished with you. Right, thank you, God, for holding my hand if you felt His closeness. My child, do not resist me. I have waited for this moment since before you were born. I have aligned everything so that these words would reach you exactly when your soul was ready. I have stopped the noise of the world to reach the silence of your heart. I am standing at the door, knocking. If you open your heart, if you listen for these next 2 minutes, I will pour my peace like living water into your spirit. But if you turn away, the peace will not come, the storm will not cease, and the moment will pass forever. This is my final message to you, not because my love will end, but because time has. The window is narrow, and eternity is closer than you think. Choose now. Listen. Obey. Stay still before me, and let my words sink into your soul. If you obey me now, I will shift everything around you, your circumstances, your heart, your future. But if you walk away, you will lose what cannot be replaced. So I say again, do not scroll. Do not delay. Do not let these words fade into the background. Today, listen. For these 2 minutes, give me your full heart, and I promise you, I will give you back your life. My beloved child, the clock of heaven is moving, and its hands are trembling at the edge of time. Every second that passes now carries eternal weight. I speak not from impatience but from mercy, for I see what you do not see. I see how close this world is to the breaking point, how hearts are running out of time to choose light over darkness, truth over deception, me over the world. The spiritual clock has reached its final moments for many hearts, and I am crying out once more, not to frighten you, but to awaken you before the silence comes. I am speaking again because I love you too deeply to stay quiet while your destiny hangs by a thread. Do you feel the urgency pressing upon your spirit? That uneasiness, that pull, that sense that something greater is shifting around you. It is not your imagination. It is heaven calling your name. I have been reaching for you through signs you thought were random. The dreams that unsettled you. The moments when everything went wrong only to slow you down. The whispers in your mind telling you to pray. The strange coincidences that caught your attention. All were me, trying to speak before it was too late. Yet you brushed them away. You said, maybe tomorrow, maybe later. But now, there is no later. I am here, and I am calling you now because the window you stand before is closing. My child, time is not infinite the way you believe. You measure your days by calendars and clocks, but I measure them by purpose and obedience. The world moves forward thinking there will always be another sunrise, another chance, another moment to decide, but I tell you, time is folding in upon itself. The season of hesitation is ending. There is a divine countdown in motion, unseen by human eyes, and when it reaches 0, the door of mercy will shut. Not because I want to shut it, but because it cannot remain open forever. My patience is endless in love, but the opportunities attached to time are not. I have sent angels to guard, to guide, to whisper truth into your chaos. They have stood by your bed as you wept. They have walked beside you when you felt utterly alone. They have fought for you when you did not even realize you were in battle. Heaven has been interceding for your soul, pleading for you to hear before the noise of the world drowns my voice completely. But distractions have grown louder. The flashing lights of this world have blinded many, and the soft whisper of my spirit has been drowned by the endless noise of hurry, fear, and pleasure. Listen closely, this is not a small moment. This is eternity reaching into time. A door before you is not a metaphor, it is real. It is the door of mercy, the door of second chances, the door of delayed obedience that has stretched wide because of my love for you. But even that door, my child, has hinges that will not hold forever. When it shuts, no amount of regret, no flood of tears, no desperate cries will open it again. Once the light fades, there will be only memory, and I do not want your memory to be filled with what could have been. That is why I am crying out now with a love so fierce that even heaven trembles at its sound. You must understand that I am not punishing you with this urgency. I am protecting you with it. The delay you cling to, the waiting for a better time, the thought that you can return when you are ready, all are illusions from the enemy meant to lull you into spiritual sleep. He wants you to believe that there is always tomorrow so that you will never act today. But I say to you, there is no promise of tomorrow without obedience today. The enemy fears your decision more than anything else, because once you choose me fully, every chain he has used to bind you will be broken in a single breath. That is why I am speaking again, louder, clearer, pressing deeper than before. Support our mission of spreading faith and joy. Your super thanks donation helps us keep inspiring lives and sharing God's love every day. Heaven watches as the seconds tick. Angels stand ready to move the moment your heart surrenders. Everything you have prayed for, peace, direction, healing, restoration, is waiting on your yes. Every second counts now, because each second of obedience opens a floodgate of blessings, and each second of delay strengthens the walls that keep them out. Do not let fear keep you behind that wall. Fear whispers, you are not ready. Comfort whispers, you have time. But I whisper now. Every second counts, my child, because time is not kind to hesitation. It steals dreams, erases chances, and closes doors that once stood open. I know you feel small, but obedience has never been about your strength. It has always been about your surrender. The moment you choose me fully, something divine will begin to unfold, a wave of reversal that no human effort could ever produce. The curse that has followed you will break. The patterns of loss, confusion, and despair will shatter. The heaviness that sits on your spirit will lift like smoke blown by the wind. For I am not a distant God who watches in silence, I am the one who moves when you move. I am the God of sudden turnarounds, of impossible restorations, of new beginnings that rise from the ashes of old failures. But I cannot release what you will not receive, and you cannot receive what you refuse to act upon. Think of this moment as a sacred exchange. I am offering you my peace for your panic, my certainty for your confusion, my strength for your weakness. But this exchange only happens through obedience. I am not asking for perfection. I am not asking for your flawless understanding. I am asking for your heart. Give it now, before time hardens it. Give it while mercy still calls your name. Give it before the silence comes, because once silence falls, you will only hear echoes of what I said tonight. My beloved, I feel your heart trembling as you read this. That trembling is the echo of eternity inside you. Do not harden it with excuses. Do not silence it with fear. I am offering you something greater than this world can ever give. This is not about religion, rules, or rituals. It is about rescue. This is me, the Savior who bled for you, standing at the edge of time, extending my hand one last time. Take it now. Take it while the light still shines. Take it while you can still hear my voice. You wonder, Lord, why do you speak with such weight? Why so serious? Why so final? Because love cannot watch disaster in silence. When you love someone, you shout before the fire consumes them. You shake them awake before the flood sweeps them away. That is what I am doing now. I'm shaking your spirit awake. I am shouting louder than you doubt. I am breaking through the walls you built to protect yourself from pain, because those same walls are keeping me out. Let them fall, and I will step in. This is your lifeline. These words are not just sentences. They are rescue ropes thrown from heaven. Do not look away. Do not let this message fade into the noise of your day. The urgency you feel is not pressure, it is purpose. You were created for this moment, and this moment will define your eternity. You have cried for change. I am answering with command. You have begged for signs. I am giving you a choice. The answer you seek is in the obedience I now ask for. If you choose me fully in this moment, I will unleash a wave of divine reversal. What was broken will be mended. What was stolen will be restored. What was delayed will be accelerated. I will go before you. I will level mountains. I will silence storms. I will do what no human can, because when you obey me now, you align with heaven's timing, and heaven's timing is perfect. But if you turn away, if you treat this word as just another emotional moment, you will watch the light fade from the path ahead. The opportunities waiting for you will dissolve like mist in the morning. It will not be my punishment. It will be the consequence of choosing delay over destiny. I will still love you, but I cannot force you to step through the door that is closing. My child, pause now. Feel the weight of time pressing upon your spirit. This is not the end of hope, it is the call to awaken before hope passes you by. Do not wait for another message. This is your message. Do not wait for another sign. This is your sign. Heaven's cry has reached your ears. The time to act is now. And now, I pause. I wait. I watch as heaven leans in to see what you will do. This is the stillness between two eternities, the moment where destiny is decided. Listen to my voice. This is your last lifeline before the window of time closes forever. My child, come closer now. Let the noise fade until there is nothing left but my voice and the rhythm of your own heart. I am going to show you something sacred, something few ever dare to face the mirror of your soul. You see your reflection every day in the glass of this world, but rarely do you stop to see what I see beneath it all. You say you love me, and I know that you mean it. I have heard your prayers, your whispered words of faith, your sums of surrender. But your heart, my beloved, drifts like a leaf in the wind. Every distraction, every fear, every demand of life pulls it away from me again. I am not condemning you for this. I am revealing it so that I can heal it. I want to draw you so close that nothing can pull you away again. Do you remember the nights you almost gave up? The nights when your chest felt too heavy to breathe, when tears soaked your pillow, when you begged for peace that never seemed to come. I was there. I never left you. When you thought your prayers vanished into silence, I caught every word before it fell to the ground. I watched every tear slide down your face. I counted them. Not one was wasted. I held you in those long hours when you thought no one saw you, when you felt invisible even in a crowd. I wrapped my presence around you when your strength was gone. When the world turned cold, I kept you warm with grace. You were never alone, even in the moments you felt completely forgotten. You remember those mornings when you woke with a heaviness that would not lift. That heaviness was not your end. It was my call. I was trying to get your attention, trying to draw you away from the noise that numbed you. The world told you to push through, to stay busy, to chase success, to fill the ache with things that fade. But I whispered, be still. I whispered, come back. Every storm, every setback, every unanswered prayer, none of them were punishments. They were invitations. I allowed them not to harm you, but to pull you back toward me. You wanted control, but control was never safety. Surrender is. You have tried to fix yourself without me, haven't you? You have tried to carry burdens too heavy for human shoulders. You told yourself, if I can just work harder, think better, pray more, maybe I'll finally get it right. But you don't need to fix what only I can restore. You tried to control outcomes that belong only in my hands. You wanted results without relationship, peace without presence, blessings without surrender. And every time you ran ahead, I let the road grow rough, not because I wanted you to fall, but because I wanted you to stop and look for me. You have cried over delays. You have shouted at heaven when prayers seemed unanswered. But I tell you the truth, no delay was wasted. No silence was empty. Every time I made you wait, it was because I was building something deeper within you. I delayed to strengthen your faith. I was held to refine your heart. I said not yet because I loved you too much to give you what you were not ready to keep. What you call loss was sometimes protection. What you called unanswered was sometimes me whispering, trust me. You thought you were walking through deserts, but those deserts were the paths to your promise. You thought you were alone in battles, but those battles were the training ground for your destiny. You thought I turned my face from you, but I was closer than your breath. My silence was not absence. It was the stillness before revelation. You could not hear my voice then because I was teaching you to recognize it in the quiet. Look closely now, my child. Look into the mirror of your soul, not with fear but with truth. I am not here to shame you. I am here to show you how much you still need my grace. Look at your heart, the bruised parts, the hidden fears, the unspoken guilt you carry like stones. Look at the pride that whispers, I can do this on my own. Look at the resentment that lingers because of the pain others cause. I see it all, and still I call you mine. I see the wounds and I am not repelled. I am drawn to them because I came to heal the brokenhearted and to set the captives free. You tell yourself that you trust me, but trust is more than words. Trust is the moment when you hand me what you cannot understand. It is when you release the why and accept my when. You have been afraid that if you surrender, you will lose control. But, my beloved, the control you cling to is an illusion. You were never meant to steer the storm. You were meant to rest in the arms of the one who commands the wind and the waves. Every part of your story hath been leading to this very moment of surrender. The disappointments, the betrayals, the lonely nights, they have all been working together to bring you back to me. You see only fragments of your journey, but I see the whole tapestry. Every thread, even the dark ones, weaves a purpose that you will understand only when you look back from the other side of pain. I never wasted a moment of your suffering. I turned it into the soil where your faith would grow. You see now. This message is not punishment. It is mercy dressed in urgency. I am not scolding you. I am saving you. The reason I speak with such weight is because the world is pulling too hard at your soul. The distractions are too loud, the temptations too subtle, and your heart too precious to be lost in them. I want you back, not halfway, not when it's convenient, but fully. I want every corner of your heart, every hidden room, every locked door. I want to enter where fear has built walls and break them down one by one. I know what you've been carrying, the shame you can't speak of, the disappointments that haunt you, the guilt that whispers you're not enough. But I say this now with power and tenderness. You are enough because I am enough in you. My grace does not depend on your perfection. It depends on your surrender. You have spent too long trying to earn what I already gave freely. Stop striving and start receiving. My child, I am holding up the mirror not to condemn you but to invite you. Look and see not just what you are but what you could be if you let me have it all. I see potential where you see failure. I see destiny where you see defeat. I see a story still being written, not a life too far gone. You have doubted my love because of your past, but I never left. Even when you ran, my eyes followed you. Even when you hid, my light found you. You were never beyond my reach. Now, as you stand before me in this moment, I ask only this. Let me cleanse what fear has corrupted. Let me rebuild what pride has broken. Let me touch what pain has hardened. Open the doors you have kept shut. Let the tears come if they must. They are not weakness, they are washing. I will take the bitterness and replace it with peace. I will take the confusion and replace it with clarity. I will take the broken pieces and make them whole again. Do not resist me any longer. You have carried the weight of pretending to be strong, but now I ask you to be honest. Lay it all down at my feet, your worries, your anger, your exhaustion, your plans. I will not turn you away. I never have. My hands still bear the scars that prove how far I went to win you back. Those scars are not reminders of pain. They are proof of love. Look once more into the mirror of your soul. Do you see the cracks? Those cracks are where my light enters. Do you see the wounds? Those wounds are where healing begins. You do not have to be afraid of what you see anymore, because I am not afraid of it. I am the healer of what is hidden, the restorer of what was lost, the lifter of the broken. I am calling you now to stop trying to manage life alone. Stop running from my love. You cannot clean your own reflection, but you can stand before me and let me do it. I will wash away the stains of guilt and doubt, and I will make you new. You will look into that mirror and finally see not shame, not failure, but my image staring back at you. So come, my child. Let me into the depths you have hidden. Let me breathe life into what you thought was dead. Let me restore the years that were stolen. Let me fill your heart with peace until the chaos fades. You were never meant to fix yourself, you were meant to be fixed in my presence. You were never meant to carry the burden, you were meant to lay it down. You were never meant to walk alone, you were meant to walk with me. This is your moment of truth, your sacred reflection. Do not look away. Do not harden your heart. I am standing before you, not with judgment but with mercy, not with anger but with compassion. My eyes see beyond your failures into the beauty of who I created you to be. Let me cleanse what fear has corrupted. Let me rebuild what pride has broken. Let me make you whole again. My beloved child, sit quietly with me now. I see how weary you have become from the storms of this life. I see how long you've carried pain that no one truly understood. I see the loneliness that you tried to hide, the fear that you masked with strength, the tears that fell when the lights went out and no one was there to comfort you. But I was there. I have always been there. I was there when you wanted to give up, when hope felt like a story for other people, when you whispered in the dark, God, if you are real, please don't leave me. I was there in that room, closer than your breath. And before the tear could hit the floor, I caught it. Every single one. I caught it and kept it, because every tear you've ever shed has meaning to me. Every cry of your heart has been written in my book, and every ache hath been seen by heaven. You thought I was silent, that I had turned my face away while the world pressed in on you. You thought I didn't care when prayers went unanswered and when promises seemed forgotten. But I was never still. I was moving behind the curtain of your understanding, working in the places you could not see, turning your pain into preparation. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. You thought the season of waiting was abandonment, but it was the shaping of your destiny. I was molding you in the hidden places, strengthening what was weak and softening what had grown hard. While you thought I was far away, I was closer than ever, crafting beauty from the ashes of what you lost. When the betrayal came, when someone you trusted broke your heart, I was there holding the fragments you couldn't gather. When fear wrapped around you like a chain and you could not breathe beneath its weight, I was the quiet presence in the room whispering peace. When you felt loss strip you bare, when it seemed like joy would never return, I was planting seeds of restoration beneath the soil of your grief. When exhaustion drained you to your core, I became your strength, though you didn't yet know it. You looked around and saw emptiness, but I was already filling what you couldn't see. I was the hand beneath your fall, the whisper that kept you alive, the warmth that wrapped your cold heart until it beat again. Every scar you carry tells a story, and I have traced them all with my own hands. You saw them as shame, but I saw them as evidence of survival. You saw your wounds as weakness, but I saw them as doorways for my power. I never despised your weakness. I never looked at your shaking hands or trembling heart and turned away. I leaned closer. I used your brokenness as a canvas for my glory. The cracks in your heart became places where my light could shine through. The pain you thought would destroy you became the soil where compassion was born. Every scar became a sign of my love, proof that I never let go, that even in the fire I was holding you close. My beloved, brokenness is not your enemy. It is sacred. When you were shattered, I did not see defeat, I saw opportunity. For in the breaking, your heart became soft enough for me to reshape it. The moments that left you undone were not the end. They were the beginning of something holy. I was not angry when you doubted. I was not disappointed when you cried. I wept with you. I sat beside you in the stillness when no one else stayed. I watched over you when you couldn't lift your own head. I whispered hope when your voice was gone. You thought you were alone, but I was the unseen presence holding your world together piece by piece. Every prayer you have ever prayed reached me. Not one slipped past my notice. I heard the ones you said aloud, and I heard the ones you only thought, too afraid to speak. I heard your silent cries in crowded places, the ones hidden behind forced smiles. I have recorded them all, not to remind you of pain, but to show you later how faithfully I answered each one. Some I answered quickly, others I delayed, but none were ignored. My timing was not denial, it was divine design. I answered by protecting you when you asked for what would have harmed you. I answered by closing doors that would have led to destruction. I answered by preparing blessings greater than what you dared to ask for. I know that you have asked me, why did I have to suffer so much? Why did you let me lose what I loved? Why did it have to hurt this way? And I answer you now, not with anger but with love, because pain was the only language that could break the walls around your heart. Pain was the tool that made you listen when comfort could not. Pain stripped away what was shallow so that something eternal could take root. I would not waste your suffering. Every ounce of pain you endured has purpose. Every night you cried alone is now a line in the story of redemption I am writing through you. You see, my child, you thought your story was ending, but I was only turning the page. You thought loss meant failure, but I was pruning so that new growth could come. You thought betrayal proved that you were unworthy, but I was teaching you that your worth never depended on the loyalty of others. You thought your dreams died, but I was resurrecting them in a form that would bring me glory. I have never left you in the valley without a plan to bring you to the mountain. You may not see it yet, but every dark season was preparation for the light I am about to reveal. Now lift your eyes, my child. Stop staring at the ruins of what fell apart and look at the horizon where I am building something new. The very thing that tried to destroy you will testify of your deliverance. The betrayal that broke your heart will become the testimony of my faithfulness. The sickness that drained your strength will become the proof of my healing. The depression that nearly drowned you will become the story that frees others. The loneliness that haunted you will become the place where you meet me most deeply. I am not done with you. I am rewriting what pain tried to erase. Comment Jesus. You never failed me if his faithfulness amazes you still, and share this video.